Hello everyone, my name is Seha and welcome back to another Project Leonhartz tutorial video. So today we are going to talk about how to host the server on Amazon Cloud Service as requested by many of you guys. So in this video I'm going to assume that you already have the client and server set up, that you are able to log in to the server from the client on the local host. And let's get started. First you will need to have an account on Amazon Web Service. You can just go to their website over here. Then you will be able to go to the create account. If you never have account before, they should have that button that say create free account or something. But for me, I already have an account, so it will say sign in. So in there, it will lead to this same page here. So after that, you can just put in your email, and then if you are a new user, you can tick on the I am a new user here. That will get you to the registration page, and then they will ask for your information such as address, your name, your phone number, etc., and also your credit card number and stuff. Yeah, or your information for the credit card. It is free for the first registration like this. They will allow you to use the free tier for 1 year. That is really cool. But they will, I think, in the front page, if you never have an account before, in this front page here, they should show you what you get for the free tier here. But somehow they don't show me after I already signed in, already created an account. But anyway, yeah, I just go create an account, and they will ask for yeah, there is a phone number. They will do an automatic call to your phone, and then ask you to put in the PIN number that display on the page to verify your identity. And after that, you should be able to log in. Here, after you log in, this is the page. Right after you log in, you should see this page, and there are many of options here you can use. But in this video, we're going to use the EC2, and I'm going to use the free tier for testing because that's what it's supposed to be used for. So after you click on the EC2, the first thing we want to do here, we want to launch a new instance. You can click on this launch instance here, or you can just go and browse your instance in this link here. After you click on that, you will see your instances inside that you already have launched. But if you this is your first time, then there shouldn't be any instances here yet. But for me, I have one running already because I was running a test in order to make this video. Anyway, if you're new, you can click on the launch instance, and this will give you these options on what kind of virtual machine you want to run. They have many different OS here for you to choose. There are Linux and Windows. Yeah, you can choose any one that you like. And also they have this tag here that says free tier eligible. If you want to use free tier, you should check on these because the other ones are not free. So for me, I choose the Windows Server 2008 R2 base here. You can select that, and then just click on the view and launch. This here is there is a warning here. It says that the security group here, it means the way the instance is open to all ports and all IP. That means everyone can access to my instance here. That's the way I set it up. Amazon just do a warning here because normally they want more security. You want to open it only to some known IP, for example. But for me, this is just a simple test server. We don't have to worry about that. Okay. And also we can change anything we want after launching, so don't need to worry about that. There are many all these details. If you want, you can check on them, and you can also click on edit, and any detail that you want to change, you can click on the edit here. Okay, so I'm just going to click launch, and here they will ask for the key pair that we want to use. Key pair is for security reason, for encrypting the password. So you can create your own key pair, or you can choose a new one. You can, for me, I only create my own key pair. So I just go choose a new, choose an existing key pair here, and then just select my key pair, and then acknowledge there, and then click launch instant. But if you want to create a new one, you can just do create a new one, or you can also proceed without key pair. So here we go. I just launched a new instance. You can go to view instance, and here also the key pair. You can just create a new key pair as you like. Key pair here is the private key that you are supposed to keep in order to encrypt the password that you use to log into the instance. So you're not supposed to show this to anyone. And here to get key pair, you can simply just put in the name for that key pair, and then it will generate a new one for you, and save it. I will after this video I will clear up this and create my new key pair afterwards. So yeah, because this is supposed to be private, you're not supposed to show it around in public. Anyway, this is how you can create new key pair. You can also delete it. You can create as many key pair as you want, and then you can when you create a new instance, you can tell it to use whichever key pair you want. Anyway, so here's the new instance I just launched. I couldn't name it. This is the new instance. And after that, after you launch, you have to wait for the status here. It's initializing. You have to wait until it has the tick mark here. Then that means your instance is online and ready to use. And also another thing is the security group. Security group here. Security group here is the port and everything that's open that Amazon would allow to access your instance. You can edit these. Here we have, if you click on them, they have inbound rule and outbound rule. So Amazon will do these management for you. If you want, for example, your instance to be accessed by only one computer, you can set it up here to allow only, for example, for inbound rule here, you can allow the source. You can define the IP for the source here, so that only that IP can access your instance. If you put 0, 0, everything 0 like this, that means everyone can access this instance. Also the same for outbound rule, but outbound rule is not very important. The most important thing is the inbound, who you want to have access to your computer, to your instance here. So I have this group here that I say allow all. That means I allow all kind of traffic. So in there I can I simply click on all traffic. You can do allow all TCP or allow UDP, is up to you, but this is simple, the most simple way for a test server. We don't have to worry about much about the security. So here I just allow all traffic. That means both UDP and TCP, and all the port range here, and the source is anywhere. You could also select my IP. That means only my computer here can have access to the instance, or you can put another custom IP somewhere that you want to have access to. And also here I just choose anywhere and click save, and then that is the important part here. You after launching the instance, you have to check on the security group and the key pair to make sure you know what they are doing. The key pair will allow access, and the security group will determine who have access to the instance, and then the key pair will tell you how the key that used to encrypt your password. So you have to keep track on those two. And after you launch, there is a button here say connect, and here you can get the password in order to do a remote desktop connect, because they will put a password on the instance that has been launched. So in order to get the password, you have to use the key pair. So after you get a key pair, they give you that key pair to be saved on your private computer. So you just use that key pair, and then you can decrypt that key pair and then get the password to connect through remote desktop. And after you connect to the remote desktop, you can change this password to some other password that you like, so that you don't have to remember this password. Okay, so that's it. Launching instance is quite easy. You just launch. You just select what you want and then click launch, and then you select the key pair and everything. And then also check the security group. Make sure it allowed your computer to have access to that instance, and that should be it. Now, okay, it takes quite a short time for the launch to finish. Now we can connect to that. You can download the remote desktop here. I will just save it onto my desktop, and I will decrypt the password. Just copy that, Control C, and then I just launch the remote desktop, and we put the password in here. Click yes, and there we go. New instance is here. And now we wait for the OS to prepare the desktop for us, and that's done. Okay. Now we have a new instance running, so all that is left is to put your server onto this instance and run it. So to do that, you can just copy. For me, I have this build here that I already compressed it. So I need a RAR, so I can just copy. I need to install .rar on here. I mean, install WinRAR. After you install WinRAR, then it's easier to transfer files from your computer. Okay, but I don't need that, because I already have my other instance already installed WinRAR. You can just copy. If you have a WinRAR.exe, you can just copy and paste it in there and then install it. But I'm just going to delete this instance. Oh, never mind, just leave it for now. I'll just connect to this instance here that I already have WinRAR and all my files in there. You can also just go to remote desktop here and then type in the public IP here. Okay, that's the public IP. We connect to this instance that I already prepared before. Here I already installed WinRAR, and I already copied my my server file. To copy, you just simply on your desktop here, you can Control C, copy this, and then Control V to paste it onto this desktop. It's very simple, but since I already have it, so I don't need to copy. So from here we can extract the server, and we can double click and run, but because this is a very low tier instance, it doesn't have all the requirement to run, such as it doesn't have graphic cards that is good enough to run direct CD 10, for example, because in my server here I was using DirectCD 10. You can also reduce this to running DirectCD 9 on the server, because you don't really need any good graphic on the server. But well, I didn't do that, so you don't really need that though, because on the server side we don't need to do any rendering, so we want to run it as a batch mode instead, because that way is a lot faster. It consumes a lot less resources, CPU and GPU power. So to do that, we can just do this. We run the exe in batch mode. That will run the file. You can see it in Task Manager here. That is the .exe. I can show you. Run it in batch mode. There you go. So the server is now running on the instance on the cloud, right? So let's try to connect to the server using that. So this, I have a client scene on my editor here. Okay, now this is a local host, but we don't want to connect to local host right now. I have to just put in the IP here, which is 54, let's see, 54, 79, 79, and 35. .35, connect, but it cannot connect yet. Yeah. The reason that it cannot connect is because there is another barrier blocking the access to the instance, and that is the OS itself, meaning firewall, Windows firewall. So the first barrier is Amazon itself, the security group on Amazon. After we open that, we can access to the instance, but the OS on the instance is blocking another layer. So to open that, we have to go to Windows Firewall in the control panel and advanced setting, inbound rule. We have to open the port for our instance here, because my server I was using port 7500, so I need to open that port. So we go to new rule, open port, TCP or UDP, we want both of them, so we have to create two of them. So the port is 7500. We can also use like this, 7000 to 8000, for example. We can do that as well to specify the range. But I'll just use 7500 for now. And just name it. This one is TCP at 7500 port. Finish. And then we need another rule for the UDP. So just gonna create that one as well. 7500. Next. Allow connection. Next. Domain, doesn't care. Okay, UDP at 7500. Okay, now we create that rule, and now we should be able to connect. 54, 79, 79, 35. There we go. Yay. Okay. Now to be sure, I'm gonna run another client here that I already built. It's gonna be a little different, I guess, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna click play. Let's see if this one can connect as well. Come on. Oh, what? My computer is very slow. Okay, 54, 79, 79, 35. Connect. There we go. Yay. And I can see my other player here. Okay, that should be the end of this, because we're now able to log into the server. I think that should be that should solve your problem. Okay, close. All right. So to recap, first you need an account on Amazon and then launch an instance. You just need to create an account and then you launch an instance, and then check that the security group allowed access to all others. You can check on that using this. You can click on it and then see the scroll down a bit. Wait, no. Here you can look at the security group it's using. This one is using allow all, and then you can check what allow all do. For me, I just allow everything. So yeah, make sure that the security group here allows access from other IP, and then you have to log into this this instance using the remote desktop, and then to log into this remote desktop, you have to use the key pair. Make sure the key pair, you know where the key pair is, and then you can connect to it. You can get the password by going to get password and choose the key pair on your computer, and then decrypt that into a password, and then use that to connect through remote desktop into your instance, and then transfer your server file and then run it in batch mode. And then don't forget the other barrier into accessing this server is the firewall. So you go into the firewall, advanced setting, create inbound rule for your port on the TCP and UDP, and that should be it. Okay, that should be all that you need to host your server on Amazon EC2, and I hope this video will be clear enough for you. If you have any more questions, please put in the comments, and I will try my best to answer them. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.